It's time for the Grinnell Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast, and this time we'll be talking about the National Night Out, which is coming up in Grinnell, and we'll be chatting with Sergeant Dalton Kies of the Grinnell Police Department about that big event coming up. But first, a word from our sponsors, including B. Nicole Salon. Yeah, there's still time to get on the list for Back to School Bash that they're having at B. Nicole Salon. Now, it is coming your way August 16th and 17th, and also August 23rd and 24th. And this means that you can get in on deep discounts for back to school haircuts. Children 10 and under, $5 haircuts, and children ages 11 through 16, $10 haircuts. And again, those dates, August 16th and 17th and August 23rd and 24th. Book online now at B. Nicole Salon in downtown Grinnell. They are right next to the Chamber of Commerce office. Also, Grinnell State Bank with locations in Grinnell, Johnston, Marengo, and Polk City. Try their convenient online banking. You won't be disappointed. You can get started opening your accounts in just 15 minutes. And also, Who's Leading Who Dog Shop, building relationships between human and their dogs to be the best selves. They have group obedience classes, private sessions too, AKC Canine Good Citizen and UKC Spot classes also. Plus they have dog grooming and dog boarding at Who's Leading Who in Grinnell. Time for an Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast, and this time we're talking with Don Kaiser of the Grinnell Police Department about National Night Out. And it's coming up real soon. And Don, tell us when that'll be held.
Yeah, so every year nationwide, National Night Out is held on the first Tuesday of August. So this year falls on the 5th, so Tuesday, August 5th.
And I see that many cities around Iowa are taking part in that, and that's fantastic. Has Grinnell traditionally been involved in National Night Out?
Yeah, actually, I meant to look that up. I want to say roughly around 2006 era. Okay. Around that time, police chief at the time, Jody Matherly, is the one that got us into it. But yeah, right now we have 44 cities in Iowa.
And I see that National Night Out has been going on since what, the 1970s, something like that?
I want to say 84.
Oh, the 84.
Yep.
Okay.
So the guy who started it, Matt Paskin, started doing neighborhood watch and community work with law enforcement and communities, I think in 1970. I think 1970 on the dot. At least in the 70s, and then he developed National Night Out in 1984.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, what does one have to do to be involved in National Night Out?
Or just for the community members' sake?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just show up.
Okay.
That's simple.
Now, I checked out the website. Now, there's places where you can register for different things. Now, what is that about?
I know they have some registry for sponsors.
I see. Okay.
So if you look at the banners like we have around town, at the bottom of the banners has all the sponsors for nationwide who sponsors this National Night Out. The other registry is, I think, for us, because I go on there every year to register our city as a participant for National Night Out.
Okay, so how are people participating in National Night Out?
General community, they just show up. They show up and meet their officers, their elected officials from the city offices, the fire department, EMS, and then I don't know what other cities do because it's kind of open, but I like to bring in other community interest points, such as we have Link, which we'll get to and stuff, and CICS and stuff that will show up to, community engagement to help people that they may not know that resource is there.
Okay, Blink. Okay. What is that all about?
Yeah, so Link mentorship is...
Link.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I misunderstood you.
You're good.
Okay, I kind of know what Link is about. We did a podcast on that.
Oh, did you?
But for those who don't know, tell us about that.
Yeah, so Link Mentorship is a great program. It's almost like the Big Brother, Big Sister program, just I guess with a different name. So I've been part of it for 3 years now, where once a week I go to Davis Elementary, but now the kid is going to be in 6th grade. So I did 1 year at the middle school here. Going to meet with him once a week for lunch and recess and stuff, as hanging out. So they pair younger kids up with mentors of the same gender to bridge that gap.
I was a big brother at one time too, and it's very rewarding. And now my little is grown with a wife and kids. So,
yeah.
So it's
see these 2 rock structures right here. Yeah. Last Christmas, my little buddy got me those.
Is that right?
He loves geology and stuff. So him and his family go camping all the time. He'll go find rocks and cool structures made out of crystals.
So National Night Out. So do citizens just get together with the cops? I mean, is it like a block party?
Almost.
Do people bring food, a hot dish? I mean, what happens exactly?
So for our National Night Out, we bring food trucks into the Optimist Club that donates ice cream every year. So there people show up, they get free ice cream. They choose to have food. There's 2 food trucks that we have this year. But if they want to bring their own food, I guess that's up to them. It's really open to whatever your imagination can bring. But no, the police officers, our whole department will be there, mingling with the crowd, out and about. We have handouts. We have patrol cars we'll set up for them to take pictures with kids and look throughout to see what our job's all about. We invited the Powashik County Sheriff's Office like we do every year. With their K9. They have a brand new K9, so I'm hoping it's done with training and it can make it there, but no promises on that. And then obviously with the fire department, same thing. They go and view all their equipment, their trucks, their ladder truck, their ambulance, stuff like that, meet the firefighters. And then we also invite like I said, the city offices, the mayor, the councilmen and women and all that. So just really bridges that gap from community to your service members, your fire department, your police department, your elected officials, all that. Because a lot of people, when they meet officers, usually on the street, especially towards the nighttime, it's usually they're in crisis or it's not in a decent term. So this helps bridge the gap of, hey, I've dealt with you on the streets before, but let's get to know you better. Or, I don't get to see you because you have a Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 job. So I don't see you when I'm out, walking around town or doing my regular patrol. So, do you have concerns you want to bring to me, stuff like that, and just talk and make have them learn about our job and bridge gaps.
Sure. It's kind of a PR thing, isn't it?
Oh, a huge PR thing. Yep.
Yeah. Now, is it just going to be held in one area of Grinnell, or is it in various different areas of Grinnell?
So when Grinnell first started it used to be in several different parks, but now we have combined that all just to Central Park downtown.
Central Park.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And anybody from the community is invited.
Everyone. Yep.
From all ages.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yep. A lot of stuff for kids to do and all that too. Anywhere from preschoolers all the way up to 99-year-olds or whatever. We have stuff for them.
And I was looking at the website, and you're asking, the organization on the website is asking people to participate in different ways, including when they walk their dogs.
Yeah, so, the whole say something, see something, because right now, nationwide, not just Grinnell, but nationwide, we're all hurting for officers. Everyone's low staffed, like I said, especially Grinnell. But so we can't be everywhere. We can't have eyes on everything. So our biggest, I guess, co-fighter against crime is the general public. You see something, say something. I'm not going to be out at Arns Park or around their walking trail, 24/7. But other people are walking their dogs, just rollerblading, whatever it might be. So if you see something, like I said, say something so we can get emergency response there. Or you say, hey, there's a suspicious person. It may not be, turns out they're not doing anything, but it'd be awesome for us to go check that out just for our sound. Like mental sound beings, like, yep, they are supposed to be in our community. They're not hurting anyone, and also for the general public as well.
Do people need to let you know if they want to participate, or do they just show up?
Just show up. Show up. There's no sign up, no registry, nothing. Nope. That's why we have signs around town posted. We have social media, this podcast and stuff to let people know, hey, this is our event, August 5th, Tuesday, August 5th at Central Park from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., just 2 hours. Come show up and talk to us and enjoy a decent night.
Are you looking for sponsors for this at all, Don?
Maybe in the future. So right now we operate on a pretty much no budget. We just get people, volunteers and stuff. We used to have bands in the past. Excuse me. Music and bands a few times, but the people we had do that are doing it for money in a career now, and we don't have any money to pay them. So it'd be, if people want to sponsor National Night Out, which I think Officer Carlock is going to take this over after this year from me. He was talking about maybe looking at donations and sponsorship to make this bigger, this event bigger.
You make sure you tell Officer Carlock I said hi.
Will do.
Because he used to live in Newton.
Yes.
And he was involved, I think, in some theater, and
Yes.
he did some clowning around
Yep.
back in the day too.
Yep.
And so, we know Officer Carlock, and in fact, a year ago, my significant other and I did the music for Kites over Grinnell.
Oh, okay.
And he came up and said hi to us. So,
Yes.
so we know Officer Carlock from many years ago. So
Yep.
maybe next year for National Night Out, we'll be talking to him about this too. But
Yep.
it's quite neat. Now, if outside of National Night Out, if people do have concerns or they want to talk to an officer about things going on, or they have suspicious activity or whatever, how can they reach out to members of the Grinnell Police Department?
Yeah, there's several different ways. One, they can show up here and talk to us. Well, even though our front office isn't open 24/7, there's still a call box in the front lobby that they can push and talk to an officer 24/7 in person. They can call us. If it's after hours, then our PD phone numbers go to the Powashik County Sheriff's Office dispatch, and that's what a lot of people do, and we'll go and either, depending on what the caller wants, if they just want to call back or they want us to show up and talk in person, they can email us. Our emails are out there on our website. A lot of people also have our business cards that have our emails on them. And then we also have online reporting too. So through our Grinnell website, they can go through a portal, and they can email, or I guess it's kind of email, but through the online portal, they can go and message us and write comments, concerns, all that stuff. Even if it's a compliment for an officer, they go and let our bosses know. So then we know that we're doing a good job, and it's filling for us too. But yeah, through the online portal, they can go and contact us that way too, even anonymously.
Hey, and I wanted to mention too, while I was out in the lobby waiting to meet with you, I noticed that you had a couple of boxes where people could dispose of a couple of different items.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, in the front lobby, we have a box to retire American flags and all that, and we give those to the Boy Scouts of America, and they go and do their thing with it. And then also a drug drop box that's open 24/7 as well. Like I said, even after hours, you go and push that yellow box on the front door inside the first set of doors. There's the yellow box on the right hand side of the wall, and we'll come and let it open for you. You go and drop your old prescriptions, or and if you're go meet or visit your dad or mom and they have old prescriptions, or unfortunately if they pass away and you clean stuff out, it's a great place to go and just drop them off.
Okay, great. Hey, and I'm not looking for any stats. I didn't tell you that we were going to talk about stats on crime here before the interview, but how do you feel about crime in Grinnell? Do you feel like things are getting better, hopefully?
Yeah. That's why I stick around Grinnell. It's a community of 10,000, so obviously you have that small town, hometown feel and all that, but just like any city in the nation, in Iowa, we still get the big crimes as Des Moines would, or Chicago and stuff. It's just not as frequent.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems to come in waves.
Sure.
And a lot, I'm going to be honest here, it seems like a lot of the crime spikes that we get is when new people from other communities move here.
Sure.
So, and yeah, then we have to deal with that, show them how we take, lack of a better term, take care of business. We're not putting up with your stuff, and this is how you're going to act in our community.
Well, I'm curious, how did you decide to get into law enforcement?
So, actually, I wanted to originally in high school be a pilot, like a commercial airline pilot, because I love to travel.
Okay.
Also, when I see, Black Hawk helicopters and stuff fly around, I get really excited because that's what I want to do is fly a helicopter, but I never pursued that route because my sophomore year into my junior year of high school, I started doing ride-alongs with my dad. My dad is now retired Powashik County Sheriff's Deputy.
Okay.
So, and doing a few ride-alongs with that, I came in love with the job of helping people. And, yes, I sit behind a desk now, do a lot of paperwork, but I still get to go out on the town and go help people in crisis. And it could be adrenaline rush sometimes too. So it's that feeling and that feeding that I grew in love with this career. So I started getting into the reserve work, and then the jailer dispatcher, and then Grinnell hired me in 2018.
Well, and I did a ride along when I was in high school, and a lot of officers say it's either feast or famine in terms of when you're on patrol. It can be either real boring,
Yes.
or it can be adrenaline rush, as you say.
Yes,
a lot
I've
of
gone
times.
days and nights with no calls, and then the very next day you're running call to call to call.
Uh-huh.
I know back in August or September when I was training Officer Strasser. It was just him and I on the street, and we're two guys in one car because we're such short staff. I got to train him. And I remember one time we were just getting done. We were running call to call to call all day, and we were just getting done with shoplifting at Walmart. Get back to call in the car, and we see there's 5 more calls pending to stack for us, and we're the only ones out. So we just got to go and prioritize them and see which one we need to handle first. And yeah, so I know exactly what you're talking about. And then the very next day is we're hoping for absolutely no calls, so we just catch up on paperwork because we have a huge backlog. Yep.
How can people, other than National Night Out, how can people support law enforcement?
Big thing is, obey the laws. Do what you're supposed to, right?
Right, sure.
But no, we have a couple nonprofits. One is our GPOA, Grinnell Police Officer Association. So stuff that the city provides us, like bulletproof vest, but I guess most people in the studies and stuff like the exterior vest, like you see over there, because it helps distribute the weight instead of all your weight, being on your waist, on your belt, helps distribute it across your torso and stuff. And because before I got the exterior vest, it'd be, max 2 hours into my shift and my left hip would go numb and all that. And that helps a lot. So yeah, right now the city doesn't supply exterior vest, the carriers. So that's stuff that helps us get through a 12-hour shift. So GPOA, and then also our other big event besides National Night Out, if you want to donate to that so we can grow this into bigger, better, is our Shop of the Cop in December, where we take 10 kids in the middle school and we go and shop with them for Christmas, and Brown Shoe Fit and Paulie Eyes, they're all in Fairway's been a big part of that too. And can people contribute to that? Yes. Yep. We usually ask for donations closer to the time. But like I said, Officer Carlock's going to take that over as well too. Okay. So again, as we wrap up, when is National Night Out and where can people gather? Yeah, National Night Out in Grinnell is Tuesday, August 5th at Central Park at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we'll have a lot of cool handouts, actually. Okay, tell us about those. Yeah, so here's a list of 44 different cities in Iowa. So out of all the cities in Iowa, only 44 communities have this. So if yours doesn't, I recommend you reaching out to your local law enforcement officials to see if they want to start that up, see if you guys are interested. And if yours does, I highly recommend you going out and meeting your servicemen and women and your elected officials. So this is just a portion of what some of the stuff is that we'll hand out. We have free gun locks for anyone. Gun safety and all that is big to us. So if you have guns at home and you don't have a lock or anywhere to safely put them, you just hide it. We highly recommend you stopping by our booth and getting a free gun lock. Okay. Along with that, we have some stuff for kids, such as glow-in-the-dark bracelets. We also, back there, we have a lot of different styles of coloring books, crayons, pencils, stuff like that. Everyone's usual favorite, the stickers, but the fire department also now has stickers. So, of course, when I ordered the stuff, I had to one-up them, and I got reusable hard badges that they can clip onto their shirts. Great. This little bookmark thing goes along with the gun lock, just safety tips. New thing this year, we have fidget spinners that has Grinnell Police Department on it. Okay. This we've had every year now is you fold this up and turns into a little hat that kids can wear. So a little foldable hat, police hat. And thing really for kids and parents to do together is this pop out, fold up police car you can make. And I have one over here. I guess we're not on video right now, but no, but we're going to do a video. Yep. You can show that on our video that we have. Yep. So that's the finished product. It's a little dirty, a little dusty. I've had it for 2 years, sitting on my desk now. Okay. But so that's something. And then these reading materials are actually given to us by donations from other sponsors. So if you wouldn't mind, read some of the sponsors real quick that made this happen. Sure. Such as Hutchinson, HW Brand, First Interstate Bank, Van Wall Implement of Grinnell, the Medicap Pharmacy, Fairway Meat and Grocery, the First State Bank, Lincoln Savings Bank, Priority Plastics, Hotel Grinnell, Steve Link Ford Lincoln, Grinnell Area Mental Health Consortium, the American Cancer Society, Andy's Auto, K&M Tire, and Kurt's Collision Center. So if you see them, give them a big thank you and shout out for the next materials I'm going to read out, because these are big informational materials that we're going to hand out to kids and parents. So the one I have right here is called Your Life, Your Choices, and it just goes along with, different choices that kids can make: self-esteem, assertiveness, peer pressure, internet, bullying, tobacco, alcohol, marijuana, inhalants, illegal drugs, and other answers, because there's interactive stuff in here as well. Right. So it goes through large topics of stuff that kids and parents might have questions about or deal with. And including this other one that's really big, especially with the technology day and age, of your identity, your money, your personal safety. So internet scams, they're always evolving. They seem to be more trickier and stuff. Sure. So this is actually a magazine-style book that has a lot of information on that. Okay. And then all these little handouts, vaping, cyberbullying, fentanyl abuse, sexting, frauds, cons, and scams, suicide prevention, and elder abuse. So a vast knowledge of, or materials with a vast knowledge of, stuff that you might deal with, you might be interested in learning more about, and preventing as well. So the sponsors I read out, thank you again for your donation, so we can get this material to hand out to our community, to make our community more knowledgeable and safer. All right. Thanks again for talking with us again. When is a National Night Out, and what time is it going to be held, and where is it going to be held? Yep, National Night Out for Grinnell is at Central Park, Tuesday, August 5th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Come visit your local law enforcement, firefighters, EMS, city councilmen, mayor, and come get some food from Paparia's and Maria's food truck. All right. It's a free ice cream from the Optimist Club. They are a big help out too. So come support your Optimist Club with their free ice cream donation. Sounds like a plan. Thanks for joining us today. Yep, thank you. Until next time, out is out. See ya.